arrived.
So, it started in Fairview in Colorado Springs, and I came across a memorial with the name Stephenson. On the top of the memorial, there's an open book, and on each page there was a name. There's Joseph J. and Edward J. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. And I saw that their death date was the exact same. So my first thought was, what happened? So I went to find a grave, as Professor H has taught us to. And all it said was that no one knows how they died, that there are no records. So I thought somebody has to know. Surely somebody has to know. And if they don't, I want to figure it out. So I got home and I started doing research. Looked at newspapers for obituaries and I couldn't really find anything. When I was looking at their, minutes started turning to hours, and hours started turning to days, and still nothing. I looked at newspapers in the local area, in Delta County, in their home place back in Kansas, Crawford County, and I couldn't find anything. I looked up their mom and dad's Find a Grave to find their obituaries, and turns out their mother was buried right next to them, which I think that was pretty cool. And their father was buried back in Crawford County. And so, turns out their father was a big coal miner in Kansas. It says in their mother's obituary that the horrible incident is what ended up causing their divorce. And they got divorced, it says, because the father, JJ, wanted to go back to Kansas, but their mother, Nola, couldn't, it says speculation, but she couldn't, fathom leaving her kids. So, this turned into that, no information on, any obituaries from newspapers. But then I remembered back in the boys' obituary, it says that they enjoyed working and playing on their ranch in Midway. So I was like, okay, I wonder if something happened. And then I looked at both of their death places, which happened in Delta County, where their ranch was. In the mother's obituary, it says that her and JJ spent a good chunk of time in Pittsburgh, Crawford County, Kansas, and Colorado Springs, which means that they would have lived in Colorado Springs, and they just had a ranch out in Midway. So something happened on the ranch, since it says the boys died in Delta County, that they didn't want to specify on the obituary. And so my thought is, if I go out and try to find where their ranch is, then that will help me figure out what happened. So that's where we're heading now. Get you up on what's going on. So yeah, we're not going to Chick-fil-A. I tricked you into that.
Now if it doesn't last forever, will you be in my heart? I just hoping we'd be together before I'm left down in the dark. I don't know where you might find me. Oh, coincidental wind might just wind up where I started when my ship rolls in. These high winds can be blinding when the light shines on the snow, till the stars come out and melt your heart so cold. fires of desperation out on the open road. I don't know, she might be with me when my ship rolls in.
You've arrived.
It said it was right here, didn't it? Well, this sucks.
Don't be scared to stand up straight. Let it go. If it comes back, then you got it. Just in case you
Guess that's another
I don't know
dead end for the cemeteries class.
Coincidental when I might wind up where I started when my ship rolls in. One more solo, my brother.